And we're back.
Was Rosaria wasn't one of the Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice places, was it? I mean, it obviously has. It would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, but I just don't remember.
Don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is supposed to be another Ivalice game, but there's definitely some
So
thematic overlap. So this person is the one that has the same tattoo is what I was wondering about the whether it's an actual flashback or not, and not maybe someone that was later adapting a persona.
It was no trouble. Really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed
yes,
to
but
stand in your lordship's presence
the
is
tattoo,
more than his
the outfit,
kind
and
deserve. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat
the
their
general
bearers
demeanor
half so
and
well.
relationship
He was
between
lucky
these
to be
two.
born in your father's
It
dominion.
is
Very
it is not
lucky,
subtle,
as I
but
remind
the
him
game will
every
make
day.
it very clear what is going on
Okay.
in just a moment.
Stand, please.
Stand.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish.
I just
Don't work
got
too hard.
back up.
Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
As do we all, my lord.
So say we all.
As do we all.
So say we all.
Come
Mhm.
along now. Back to your duties.
Insert gif of man in forest nodding.
Too adorable.
For sure.
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
I think someone's hungry.
Look at them.
So
Is this still what is it NT framework? Was the engine they use, or is there something else? But I feel like that kind of particles. It's like feels familiar, you know.
yeah.
Maybe that was.
But here we
maybe it was
have
a
the
Capcom
explicit spelling out of what this is and what that facial tattoo actually means. So, yeah, Corey has mixed feelings already about the kingdom here.
I think I missed it. I was actually not paying
so-
attention to the
So yeah, this guy's name. Well,
Slave
name,
master.
but it's more
the
title.
title for sure.
Yeah, he is a slave master. And he is making his quote-unquote servant fill the well. Who you'll notice is another person with
same brand.
that same facial tattoo.
Yeah.
And the same kind of disheveled look that last person had. So that's what I meant by what is going on here.
Sure. And if Wyvern is supposed to be Clive, then there was a enslavement at some point between these time periods.
It's like, what? A person who starts off with everything, like a family, a father, a loving brother, a sister, probably in-law or something, and an adorable puppy.
An adorable puppy.
It's like,
That is-
only good things happen to these
Yeah,
people.
only good things. Yeah, this is
There's Joshua.
let's say it's not that Game of Thrones did it first, but I think that is probably the touchstone here. There's strong Old
worried about the
Testament energy as well.
The soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
Don't worry, Joshua. Father will guide you. And I will protect you. Always.
It doesn't matter how far you are from
know.
retirement. I will
Thank
protect you.
Clive.
I like Joshua. I felt like I thought that I would kind of grate against the kid a little bit, but he is also well written and acted. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting the sort of the dimensions.
Door.
Oh, I'm so glad you're able to hit R2 hard enough. We'd have been stuck there forever. I'm sort of get the dimensions of his relationship with Clive and others. Like even like his deference to his mom earlier was very telling. So
Good luck.
that is too cute. It's
Too
not
cute.
legal.
Man, this room is
commanded
big
my
enough to be in a
presence,
BioWare
Grace.
RPG.
Yeah, there's
How may I
not
serve
a
you?
lot of furniture.
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
All right, we got Cool Dad.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches.
Speaking of BioWare,
It is only a matter of time. It crosses the border.
I have flamed.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands.
I wonder if
Even
they were
we
called
were
that
to send them
beforehand.
south, to Port Isolde, more would only follow.
Oh, yes, we have
Every day,
your usual.
delay
It's like,
brings us
oh,
closer to disaster.
darkness, the blight, the
We
plague,
must move now.
the walkers, the whatever.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
Iron Blood is such a
Right for
great
Phoenix Gate tomorrow.
generic ass fantasy
There we will
name.
listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney,
You know, for a shield, that he has no actual shield.
Best,
Slightly strange.
best defense is a good
Beastmen
offense,
from
you
the
know.
north being sighted within our
Oh,
borders.
yeah, you'll get no argument from
The
me.
Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors.
Unless you're
Yes.
Captain America.
Then
Then
you
it's
know
flipped
what
around,
must be
but
done.
he's a special case.
I will give you two good men.
Fair enough.
While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it, and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
What are those goblins doing there? They're just doing their best.
And sometimes that's enough.
It is time to prove
Ah,
your
it was,
strength
yeah, him.
and shut your mother up for good.
Cool Dad's too cool to live.
Like, I didn't see or hear anything. Nope, 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 nope.
I will do my duty.
Discretion, discretion,
Progress.
discretion.
that will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
It also seems slightly different and at least a little refreshing to me that. Oh, yes. So,
Active time. It's
this-
I love the stupid
This
name.
is so good.
It's just a glossary, but no, it is active time.
active time lore. So, yeah, every RPG needs this now. Like, you can just bring up this menu and be like, who's that?
It's
Oh,
like,
it's your father. He was a blah, blah,
Eddard
blah, blah, blah.
Stark, got it. Okay, yeah.
It's like, oh, where are we? Oh, Grand Duchy. And yeah, the Mother Crystals, like the whole explanation for it's like, oh, there are a bunch of crystals. You get dominance and icons out of those, and they've been fighting for that. And oh, yeah,
Sure.
they've been fighting the Iron
Source of
Kingdom.
magic, resources. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, got it. The
Yeah, yep.
Iron Kingdom, isolationist, so a little unclear what their exact deal is.
Yeah, but the fact that like at any point you can just hit that and it's like, all right, well, here's the usual game encyclopedia, but it's just things that are immediately relevant to the scene that is currently playing out. just for show. Bloop. It is dynamic,
Nice.
and you can use it in cutscenes. Well,
Here-
mostly.
Here's something that is also completely
long will you be away
completely
this
foreign
time?
to me from playing so many Final Fantasy
Not
games.
long.
This character has a
4
different
days.
outfit for this cutscene.
And you will be taking Joshua.
But I can't exactly leave him behind,
Yeah.
can I?
Well, a different outfit that's not
the Ross
DLC that you
runs
pay
in his
for.
veins.
Sure. Yes.
Before going to war, we
Naturally.
perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
Mommy, Daddy, don't
I
fight.
know that. But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth, but
She does not like that boy.
He's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
So I'm getting that's
You
like
see more in him than the
that's a
Phoenix
Blazzaga
Gate.
look right there.
He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
Oof.
As am I, my dear.
My dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some,
What a lovely
you have
summation
not
of
disgraced
this
our noble blood.
messed up family dynamic.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter.
Oh! Air horn. Beer, beer, beer.
Heaven knows, I'm going to sleep.
I have a headache.
That's the tabula rasa of a plot. that blank stare says scheming's happening. I see you, tiny red moon. Don't think I didn't see you in the skybox when it happened earlier.
Wishing on a star.
I know what Final Fantasy loves to do with moons in 4, 8, and 14.
I should get some sleep.
Right.
Blood moon. Oh, I hope it's a drippy one like in 8.
Like in 8, maybe get a lunar cry. Yeah.
You're going
I feel
with
like
me
there's a
tomorrow, aren't you?
100% chance that is something
I am
plot
Joshua's
relevant.
shield. I'm sworn to protect
Yeah.
him.
I imagine at some point later
takes too
on,
many
it'll say it's
risks.
like, oh no, the blood moon is moving
Maybe
out
wish
of
I could
position.
save him from himself.
Is that good? Is that bad?
We get a nice old
I
sanguine
have another
eclipse.
mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Oh, this was the other thing
if
that
you're not
was
going to
well
pay
before the
attention,
active
take
time
time.
lore
I shall just have to do it
distracted
for
me.
you.
Yeah,
I
what
was
what
saying
is
that-
what is Metia? Does it have an active time lore entry for that?
Well, let's find out.
It does. Okay, so Metia is the burning red star. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, soul messenger bearer to the moon.
It's common custom to wish upon the star. The one's heartfelt stars might be conveyed to the heavens and beyond. Okay. Yeah, I did not check that the last time I was through here, but yeah, I was like, okay, so that's got a name.
Actually, I'm gonna check.
Oh, her name is Jill. I actually don't. Did they even say her name?
I don't think
think
that they
so.
did. I think they can't. I think they basically wanted you to come in here and look.
Okay.
Who love her
Later
as a
ward.
sister. Okay, yep, called it.
Love her sister. Okay.
And we know who Clive is.
Yeah, wait. Hope it doesn't go full bad anime with the relationship. To be fair, there is some overlap between bad anime relationships and Game of
There's going
Thrones,
to be another
so
war, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to have faith in
Since coming here,
Business
I've
Unit
begun to
3.
take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last.
Although I do like that Clive isn't chafing against what he sees as a beneath him assignment, like you would normally expect in these situations.
Yeah, it's like,
my dad doesn't think I could do it. I need to go prove myself and be real.
like, okay, no, he's like he's a child and he is honored to have the opportunity.
He has the kind of like proper deference of the goblins need killing. I'ma go kill them.
He's trying to take a selfie with his favorite celebrity, just hover handing it.
My lady.
Good night, Clive.
Can you use the active time lore on the first part, or does it really only show up here? So, like, if you were to do this, like, during the opening segment with, like, Titan and Shiva?
Actually, don't know.
Because I don't remember the names of the characters. I don't know if it's more explicit of, like, oh, this character, like, the one that was involved with the Titan characters, like, is that Jill? Like, older? I feel like don't quite look the same, but, you know, things can happen.
Never know. I mean, it's 13? Yeah, I think it was 13 years. This is 13 years earlier. So they should all be in their mid to late 20s, early 30s by then.
Dang, that's old men. Anime standards.
I'll try.
These characters all have very good hair.
Good luck.
Even from just a technical standpoint, I'm like, that's some good hair. Some good 3D hair.
Yeah, like it doesn't have that like that weird thing you get sometimes where like they tried to make the hair see-through in certain parts, but they just made it look really like pixelated and janky.
Yeah, like a bad PNG where the alpha channel's not quite working.
Right.
Or it's like, if you look at it from a certain angle, the luminance is like 3,000% as whatever was happening in Redfall when we were playing it.
Yeah, no idea what that was.
Dude, like, always love seeing a chocobo. You gotta love it. Silver chocobos too.
Lord Rosfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
It's only there briefly, but that's a good quality quest. Sir Biggs and Wedge.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
Nice. I have a party of 3. Now we're a proper Final Fantasy.
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Yeah. Again, he is taking it seriously. I was like, yes, good. Don't be the usual like the petulant royal trying to prove himself so hard that he wants to fight all the enemies all at once. Sort of brat that you would expect in these situations.
Is the older I get, the more all I want from my stories is good characterization, and further, I keep thinking that actually just means characters that are competent, and it's like it goes so far towards making me like these characters. They're not petty, they're just kind of good at what they do. So that's quite nice. That little world map there did have a very strong kind of what was it? Like the tilt shift energy, right? Like like Octopath almost. I feel like I also have to mention as they have done also in Final Fantasy XIV, all of the characters do have Final Fantasy VI style Super Nintendo sprites that represent them.
It's all swamps from here.
Yes,
What's your step,
I will bring up the save screen in a moment, and we will see them.
For sure.
Palace of the Dead style.
Yes, nice.
Yeah.
They also did those for promotion, anyways, for Final Fantasy 15. I've got like a T-shirt with the 16-bit versions of
all right.
Final Fantasy 15 characters.
I don't even need to do it at the save screen. I can do it here. They even do their
Biggs and Wedge.
little dance.
Wade and Tyler.
Yeah, we know who they are.
Yeah.
But the other thing I like about the pause screen is that it's just Clive in real time and just rotating around him.
Yeah. They also have they have the photo mode here too. It's probably
unsure, but probably.
I don't know if it was just unlocked later or if it's unlocked here too.
Yeah,
maybe not.
Questions for another time, I guess.
But you have access to or do you not have access to the skills yet? Did not tutorialize it?
I have access to the skills, but I don't think I have enough to actually.
You can get like one or two good stuff. Like
okay,
you can get Stinger.
I can get Stinger. All right, okay. I'm good.
And who do you imagine would maintain it?
But this is the first part of the game where like it actually opens up and
like
does
like a dungeon.
Yeah,
it's a good taste of the combat. I feel like.
And also you have this ability. It was tutorializing it earlier, but I didn't do it. Like you can hold in
instinct.
Yeah, and that'll always point you in the direction. Or you can just look for the circling butterflies.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you can be a gamer and go the wrong way first.
Yes, you hit the button, it shows you where to go, and then you turn 90 degrees to the right, and you go that way first. This sort of like dungeon area doesn't give me a great idea about like what the exploration part of the game is. Like, is it all kind of basically levels, and then maybe slightly wider spot for like a town? Not sure.
Right. Like, I don't think it's going to be as open world. Well, especially not as open world as 15, certainly. But maybe a little bit. Well, definitely more than 13.
Yeah,
which
I think
barely had these side paths until the end.
13 is definitely the extreme on one end that I'm not necessarily looking forward to. If that were the case, because the game being linear, that's fine. Like, it's a story, of course. Of course, it's linear.
Hey, stop running!
Hey. Get those combos extensions. Those combo extensions. You can also Phoenix Shift. You also like attack out of Phoenix Shift. Which I think it was tutorialized earlier.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that was definitely something that I was you're using Type 1, right, or Type A or whatever.
Whatever the default is.
Okay, yeah, the default one has like your square button, triangle button for attack magic, and then circle for Phoenix. The Type 2 is more of like the Dark Souls style, where it's R1 for attack, R2 for magic, and then dodge is on circle, that kind of thing. I stuck with the default, because I'm like, those are sort of like the two like default action styles that have developed over the last 15 years.
Have care, my lord.
And I never know exactly which one's going to feel right until I get into the game. So like, I was like, this feels like a press the square button to attack game.
Yes.
Loot! Did you know that you'll just get stuff sometimes? Nice. You also get like almost like a Tales of game, finishing blows with special attacks. Give you some kind of bonus. I don't know if that actually gives you anything in the demo. But yeah, you get like ability finish. I assume that maybe it's like extra skill points or something.
Yeah, possibly. I got one on the first guy I killed.
Okay.
A second ago.
You've got some enough skill points for some more Devil May Cry moves. Okay. Oh, this is okay. I remember why I was thinking about changing to the secondary type. So in Devil May Cry 4, the way Nero plays is that you're always charging up your gun, because the third level of the charge shot for that character was extremely powerful, and that's incredibly uncomfortable to do with a face button. So I would switch the gun button to one of the triggers, so I could just do the initially awkward, but you get used to it, using the middle finger to hold the trigger down in order to keep like charge moves charging. And I think that might actually be a little bit easier for like keeping magic charged up versus keeping your sword strikes powered up, because you can actually you can charge while doing a combo, which I thought was pretty cool. I was like, okay, I can see some fun combos coming out of this.
Yeah, I think I stuck with the default for DMC and just hurt my hands.
Definitely towards like the end of this zone, I had my thumb like halfway between circle and triangle, or not circle, but square and triangle, in order to try and like charge one while tapping the other. And I was like, I think this might be more comfortable if I switch it up. But I need to spend more time with it, for sure.
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number of spells.
Got a magic gobbo.
Yeah.
Can you
come on? Lock on to. There we go.
Yeah. Can you parry the magic and like send it back? Because you can cut, like you can cut at the same time that attacking to get like a parry, but.
All right. Mortal Blow, which does get you a thing.
Patty.
Okay, I got a lucky parry.
Lucky parry. Burning strike. Ability finish. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the parry being essentially attack them at the same time they attack you, rather than the usual, like, dodge at the last second, or do the Phoenix shift into it. But, we'll see. It's like, mostly because the only times I've gotten it successfully were like that, i.e. entirely luck, and because I committed to a swing.
That was maybe greedy.
Yeah, I mean, no maybe about it.
Your hubris was not punished.
Yeah, it was rewarded. I'm like, that might be encouraging some bad behaviors.
Bad habits, for sure. I wonder how they handle difficulty. This is obviously not something that's in the demo too much either, but like, if you can just kind of Dark Souls style iframe / action your way into areas you're not supposed to, or if it's more leaning on the numbers game of eventually you just don't do damage, so don't worry about it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, we're trapped because we had so much trouble with these things before.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to take care of his followers.
These goblins were designed by like a cat girl artist that couldn't quite decide whether or not the cat ears and the human ears should be the ones that are visible, and decided why not both.
Down with you! Down with you! Go!
And that's enough out of you. Okay, can't charge up and do a stinger. That's a little too greedy, I guess.
Yeah, okay. But can you, when you continue holding the charge after a stinger goes right into it, or do you have to like redo the button?
He's invited a friend!
Oh no. Let's try it on this guy, see what happens.
I gotta point out the music. The music is great. It's very Final Fantasy. And that's Final Fantasy 1 through 6 style, like, oh, fight's coming. Dun, dun, dun,
okay, the answer
dun,
to your question
dun,
is yes.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I kind of thought that if there's some DMC DNA in there, that might be the case. Now, can you do a... Can you Phoenix Burst as a parry? Or Phoenix Shift, like the special attack? You took the hit, though.
Inconclusive.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it might have just been Hyper Armor. Not sure. Staggered.
Yeah. I don't need you to tell me to hit him when he's down.
Yeah, figure that one out. I love that you can actually multi-parry this. Cause like, or I guess, okay, so the parry breaks it. Okay, that's interesting. Cause you can multi-dodge it, I guess is what I was thinking about. Cause it keeps swinging around and you can like like precision dodge into attack, precision dodge into attack, and just kind of keep that chain going.
Nope, did not do that right this time. Overcommitted again.
Staggered. Iconic punishment.
Yeah. Take that, Gigas. Ah, yes, and in case you forgot, you were playing an RPG.
Number go up.
Yeah. We'll be honest, I have completed this demo before. It doesn't give a good feel on how important those numbers and levels are.
Sure.
Because, I mean, we've talked about it before, but, like, there's the sort of contemporary thing of, like, it's still an RPG with numbers, but everything scales to your level, so
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So I didn't get a good feel for if it was the same case here. And then going back to the Dark Souls kind of question, I was like, well, if I keep getting wrecked, can I like farm an area for XP and then come back and go all Big Brother mode on stuff?
Yeah, or another Dark Souls experience would be like, can I run into an area I'm not supposed to be in, and then as long as I'm doing good dodges, go get some treasure I'm not supposed to have yet. That always feels nice when that happens, or when it can happen, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so nothing on the sides, so we'll just go over. How kind of him to wait for me.
That was kind of him. I do appreciate that. If this, as a game design conceit, if you're trying to like chase something, don't put hidden collectibles in the chase sequence. That just pacing slows right down if that's the case.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Nom nom.
And at this point, a lot of times people would think, it's like, surely they wouldn't put two boss fights back to back at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, it was a mini boss. This is definitely the Final Fantasy XIV style, more bowl rather than Malboro. I wonder when was that change made? I know that is the case of Final Fantasy XIV.
I don't know. I still 15, call them Marlboro like the cigarettes.
Like 15 more bowls, or was it Marlboros? Don't remember. Exercise for the viewer, maybe.
Yeah. Get out of that.
Down. Iconic punishments.
Yeah. Magic burst combo.
Yeah.
Magic burst combo.
You gotta save your cooldowns. You gotta do your burst rotation.
Where's it going? Your guess is as good as mine.
Probably over there. Oh no! Save me, QuickTime events!
Mm-hmm. This is the only QuickTime. This is the only type of QuickTime event that is acceptable, which is do some bonus damage and only one button press. Iconic. He's doing an AoE.
Yep, got greedy.
It's just like must stay on target. Precision dodge.
Up, right,
And
I guess
counter
too. I still got to get my timings right in this game.
Yeah. It also changes when you're behind him versus in front of him.
You won't be gone for
I
long.
know, he's going down again.
Cannot fall here.
Cinematic.
So, the tooltips seem to imply that, and I'm hoping that this is the case, that there's only two types of buttons that you press for it. Either it's a dodge type or it's an attack type.
Yeah, and then also hopefully they're color coded for clarity. Doing AoE again.
Thank you.
Phoenix shift. I appreciate that.
Whoop.
Oh, he's doing the wild. It's going great. He's doing the. I appreciate that you have a lot of the Devil May Cry 3 kit. So it's like you have Helm Splitter, you have Enemy Step, you have Stinger, and then Phoenix Shift basically works as Trickster Dodge. And all those things just make me happy. I do like a good Devil May Cry.
Uh-oh, doing the thing again.
Do it, parry him. Do it.
Ah!
Another chance, do it, parry him. Or maybe you can't.
That didn't work.
Something to investigate
Get out of
whether
this space.
any attack can be parried, or if really you just gotta kind of know.
Okay.
Ooh, and an ability finish. And like Final Fantasy 14, you got to put lyrics to that jingle. You gotta have indecipherable chanting lyrics.
All right. Gained 2 whole levels in this village.
You did a good job and killed the boss. I assume that's a translation.
Yeah, it's Latin, so, 50-50.
Thanks. Never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but morbals too.
Yeah.
Petition His Grace to send a
I
detachment.
mean, much like I will say Eris until I die. They are Marlboros, like the cigarettes.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall. Damned blight.
I'm sure we'll do something about it eventually in the game, kid, so don't worry. I'm sure it'll be resolved once we find/kill God.
Mm-hmm. Not sure what deity exists yet, but once we know that, we'll at least know where the end game is going. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, well, we could move on to Phoenix Gate, but I know that you haven't made it much further past this one, and this is actually a good stopping point.
For sure. This is the first proper dungeon.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, super excited for the full version of FF16 coming out. I think it's next week.
Yeah, it's next week.
At this time
of recording for sure.
Yeah, and demo progress does carry forward into the main game, so
also
there's
nice.
also that to look forward to.
Yeah, I am. My expectations were very high to begin with, and I think they might be higher now. So.
Yes. And I will also add in that I did do. There's a second mode in the demo which it fast forwards a little bit further into the game to give you an idea of some of the additional abilities that you can get and some of the character customization. I turned it on. It gave me a summary. I played around with the abilities for like 3 minutes, and I said, "Okay."
It's like I'll see you.
I can't wait for the real thing.
I'll see you at release day. Please don't. I need nothing else. That's.
Yeah. Yes,
understandable. Wait. Yes, what the CPU 3 did with Final Fantasy 14 is phenomenal. I am one of you are one of the people that was just like Final Fantasy 14 is really good. You should probably play it. And I was like, I love Final Fantasy, and I've played all of them except for 11, and it's central to not just my love of video games, but also was like the very first time I ever encountered mythology, and like love of myth and stories basically comes from learning, like what an ogre and a Tiamat is from Final Fantasy 1. So near and dear to my heart. But I had never played Final Fantasy 14, and I was just like, yeah, okay, fine, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start this game, and I played through all of the expansions through Endwalker, like 500 straight hours, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Yep. You're correct.
Yeah, I was super happy that at least I had one other person that I knew that I could share that with.
You're not wrong. When people say that like Shadowbringers is like real good, I was like, okay, like yeah, but like how good? I was like, okay, no, they're right.
Yeah, real good.
It's real good.